Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome back to the World of Warcraft. We're sitting here right in front of Booty Bay, and Booty Bay is one of these cities at the very southern part of the Eastern Kingdoms. I'm currently running a level 35 mage, and today we're gonna be continuing our adventure. So I've basically done a whole bunch of questing right here in the Stranglethorn Vale, and by the way, we're sitting by the statue. Look at the statue. I didn't realize that until I got a flight form until way later into the game that there's actually, look, there's actually treasure inside of this goblin statue, right? You see that? Ugh, right there. Anyway, today we're gonna continue our adventure. Now, apparently there is Mokrash the Cleaver over here. I don't know if I can actually take him. You know what? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and give it a try. We're gonna go ahead and give it a try. See if we can. I think we can take him. I mean, yeah. He's not all that powerful. He just has a lot more HP than the average amount of HP they got over here. No idea what he actually is here for. When I logged out here, he wasn't there. But anyhow, let's see. All right, he gives you a bunch of copper. Anyhow, so since we hit level 35, right, it is time to get to another zone. Like, we have to make sure we get towards the next zone here. Now, the issue is that I could go all the way back up north towards the hinterlands and then towards the plague lands and go for the eastern plague lands and the western plague lands and basically level up over there. But I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not really in the mood to go back to the depressing place. Now, I know that playing from the Alliance side of things for a very long time, I can also go to a little place called Feralas. Where is it? It's over here. Look, this zone right here. And there is there are a couple of Horde flight points. The only issue is that Feralas is very far away compared to where we are currently at. Like, Feralas is somewhere over there, and we are literally on the other side of the planet. So, what we're gonna go ahead and do is see if we can make our way over there. Now, ideally, I do go to a command board just to, you know, make 100% sure that it is actually possible for Horde to quest there. Because I know it is for Alliance, but I don't actually know if you can go there as Horde as well. Either way, though, for that to happen, we'll be going towards an inn real quick in Booty Bay. Because I know we can take the boat from here all the way towards Ratchet. Now, Ratchet is going to be a city on the... Hey, dude! Dude, no! Alrighty, I made my way back towards my buddy over here. I know that there is a boat that leads all the way towards Ratchet. Now, Ratchet is going to be a city on the other side of the world. However, this is also the city where that other guy just entered, and I really don't want to go ahead and and join him on that boat, because it probably won't be ending well for me. So what we'll do here instead, look at all these Alliance guys just walking around here. What we'll do instead is set our Hearthstone over here real quick. I guess there is an inn over here somewhere, right? I don't actually know where. But we'll go ahead. Yeah, there is apparently. We'll go ahead and set our Hearthstone right over here. Go towards the Undercity real quick. Or at the very least, actually we'll head to Silvermoon. There we go.
Best deals anywhere.
We'll go ahead and head towards Silvermoon. With the teleporter that I have over here. Where are we now? This is a nice little place. Apparently there's a portal towards the Hellfire Peninsula. That's pretty cool. And apparently, actually, I can... Oh! Give me all of those. Yes, please. I need these teleporters. Wow, I didn't know I could do that. That is awesome. I didn't know I actually had to manually go ahead and talk to the trainer for these. So I did just get a teleporter towards Thunderbluff, towards Orgrimmar, as well as the Undercity. We may very well be able to use that. Now, I know she has a quest for me as well, but I really don't want to do those just yet. But that is really cool. Alrighty, so we actually can go ahead and teleport towards the other side of the world. I know Thunderbluff and Orgrimmar and whatnot are over here somewhere. Where? Oh, Orgrimmar is obviously over here. Alrighty, so I've made up my mind. Here's what we do instead. Since I just learned some more portals, I can go ahead and also portal all the way towards Thunderbluff. Now, Thunderbluff is a city that is primarily from, you know, the Tauren. And I have actually been there like a handful of times in total. I've just barely ever been there. And if I'm not mistaken, this is gonna actually be rather close to where we need to be. Alrighty, so we're currently in the Pools of Vision, apparently. In the Thunderbluff. We got another portal trainer. Excuse me, coming through. Yeah, so we right now are in Thunderbluff. That's really helpful. And this is where we wanted to go. Oh, that's really cool. Alrighty. So I don't actually have a command right now to go towards that zone. So we'll see if we can find a command board over in Thunderbluff. But I have absolutely no idea how to get there. Nor do I have any idea on how to get out of this area here instead. Oh, okay. Okay, so apparently people are going to the right. I guess we'll do a little bit of exploring then instead. So welcome to the Thunder Bluff. I love this place. I've never actually really played a Tauren myself. I've never really played a Horde character before this one, I guess, but I mean, I've never really made one ever, I don't think, other than like doing maybe the starting area at some point way long ago. But this city is so cool. Just look at the place, right? Obviously, Tauren are very close to the Earth Mother and close to nature and all that, so they live in a really beautiful area as well. Anyhow, I need to make sure, and look at these tents, by the way, but I need to make sure I find myself towards the center of the area. Now, apparently there is a flight point here in the middle of things, so I can imagine the command board is going to be close to that too, right? Hopefully. Man, there's actually a lot of other people here as well. Ah, this is the auction house. Cool. So I'm currently climbing up this winding staircase to what I think is going to be the flight point over here. Yeah, look at that. I do have a couple of apparently unlocked places to go to. We can actually fly towards the Bloodhoof village. You know what? We'll go ahead and do so. I wanna see the zone a little bit more because it's very, very beautiful. The only issue is that obviously I don't have my quest to go to Feralas just yet. So, oh, actually, is that the command board right there? Oh yeah, it is. Cool. All right. So we'll go ahead here and see if there's anything to do. Yeah. So here we go. Nice. Suggested content. Feralas. Help the Horde secure the Great Forest of Feralas against the Alliance and the Grim Totems. Now we can go indeed to a whole bunch of other places as well. I really don't want to go there. I really don't want to go to any of those. Oh man, there's a lot of things to do. I want to just simply go ahead and start the quest towards Feralas. All able-bodied members of the Hordes are hereby ordered to report to Konu Rune Totem at the Camp Ataya in Feralas. Help the Horde secure the Great Forest against the Alliance and the Grim Totems. You can reach Camp Ataya by traveling south from Desolus and into Feralas. Destiny calls. I hope I actually pronounced Feralas correctly. Ooh, man. I've noticed that sometimes I mispronounce things for years and years and years until someone actually points it out to me, and I did not do the proper pronunciation for a very, very long time. Either way, though, I'm supposed apparently to be entering the zone from the north. But I mean, I wanted to be traveling south. Oh, maybe we should go to the north. Yeah, we probably should. Alrighty, so that would mean that we're gonna be headed towards. We're gonna be traveling towards Desolus here first. Although, I don't exactly know what we should be expecting. I mean, I don't really know how to get there either. I'm sure, like, it's going to be on the other side of the mountains there, and I'm sure it's gonna be there is gonna be a short route. But, I don't know how. Oh, look at that. There's actually a, is that an elevator? Yeah, there is actually an elevator over here. Lowko, no! Elevator! Lowko, you idiot! Okay, I didn't die. I did not die. That's great. Alrighty, so we made it successfully towards this this starter zone right here of the Tauren known as Mulgore. And we will have to find our way towards the other side of these mountains, but I have no idea how. I think up there's a cave entrance. Because the rock looks a little bit differently. Yeah, apparently there is. Is this something... Excuse me? Excuse me, sir? Do you... Oh, man. Apparently this is not the way through. How do I ever get there? Alright, here's the current plan. We're just gonna keep the mountains to our right and see if there's gonna be an entrance way through these mountains whatsoever. I'm sure there is at some point. Would this be it? I don't think so. I mean... No, there's no pathway here. We may very well be able to travel a little bit further. Maybe I should have just taken the flight path after all. I was hoping that there was gonna be like a short way through this area, but I haven't found any. Although... Apparently I'm being attacked. But although I think this may very well be there. Yeah, this may very well be the way through this. Is it? What's going on here, guys? I need to get to the can someone lift me up, please? Still have not found a way to get to the other side of these mountains. At some point, we will have a flight mount, right? We will be actually able to just fly over these mountains, but for the moment, we have to simply go by foot and travel our way there. Now, I'm sure there's a path that goes through the mountains, right? Is it over here? That is actually Desolus right there in the background. Those are the trees. That is what we're looking for. Is there gonna be a path though to move through these mountains? I know there's gonna be people watching this, right? Who have played a Horde for years. Or are just gonna facepalm at this silly problem, but I mean, this is part of World of Warcraft charm. Where you can't find your way through it at all. Now, there is a winding path from that starting village right there from the Torrent. There is a path that seems to be leading towards the west. So I think I may very well be able to just follow this one, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna follow this path. And hopefully it's gonna guide me through. I don't know. Oh, come on, don't be the end of the path, please. There's no way. There is no way. I've traveled all the way from the Thunder Bluff all the way south here just to find that there is no... Oh, whoa. Oh. Just to find that there is no possible way for me to get up there? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Alright, we got a new plan. I'm heading here all the way towards the east. Then we'll get to the southern part of the Barrens. Then I think I can go ahead and go south through the Thousand Needles and eventually arrive at Desolus. Well, these quests at Desolus better be good because we have already been traveling for far too long. I mean, even as a mage, right? Maybe there's like an easy way to get there. I know you can just fly over those mountains if you're high enough level, but man, I think the only way out of Malgore is right here to the east. I'm pretty sure that is the only way we can get there. Well, we're definitely not there yet. It's gonna take quite a little while to actually walk all the way over there. There has to be a faster way other than walking. But I mean, it'll do, I guess. It'll have to do. At the very least, we'll be able to pick up some flight paths along the way, you know? Apparently, we have arrived at a place called the Great Gate. And I can imagine this is going to be basically the end of the world of the Torrent. At the very least, you know, end of their zone. The area right behind the Great Gate is going to be the Barrens, which is a much higher level zone. So I wonder, I'm assuming here we can go through this, right? Yeah, indeed we can. Oh man, oh man. Oh. No worries, no worries, we're still alive. Alrighty, so, ooh, what's going on over here? These are like, oh man, everything is much higher level here. These are like burned down Torrent villages. That's not good. Anyhow, I'll go out of my way here to make sure that we grab all of the flight points that are available. Apparently there's one right here, although I'm not seeing anything. It shows up on the minimap. At the very least we got giraffes, so there's that. There is a flight point right here on the minimap, but that has to be in this burned down village. We may very well have to complete a quest line before we can get there. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and travel south, and I will stay on the path this time around. Just because apparently this desert-like area is a little bit scary, because everything is much higher level than I remember it. And actually, there's like an alliance encampment right there in the back. I really don't want to be close to that, because everything will attack me once I'm close. There definitely is a whole lot of alliance over here. Ooh, I think I should have been on the other side. That right there, right? That right there off in the distance is where we need to be. Yeah, those are enemies. Can I... Oh man, can I go down here? Look, those are my friends here. Those are orc. Those are good. Those are the guys that we're looking for, but apparently the battle in the Barrens has definitely changed a lot over time. I do not remember this looking like this whatsoever. Obviously, there's always been conflict between the orc and the humans, but looks like we've made it towards this fortress. Dang, what is this place? Wow, this is really cool. Nice. Alrighty, so apparently this is going to be Battle Scar in the Desolation Hold. Huh, we do have quests over here too. That's really, really cool. Yeah, there is a flight point over here somewhere, so we'll go ahead and accept that one. I think then, before I get too far, or like distracted too much, I think we're gonna go on our way once again. Let's go down, Krator. Zok. We are not even close to where I want to be. I could have done this so much easier probably, but well, at the very least, our Blood Elf hero is getting a little bit of world experience under his belt, right? At the very least, we get a little bit of traveling experience and we get to see what the World of Warcraft looks like. Now, I haven't leveled up, I don't think, a character all the way to level 100 since they've redone all of these zones. So, for those of you unaware, in the Cataclysm expansion, they rebuilt a lot of the areas. Guys, if you could stop doing that, that'd be cool. That'd be really appreciated. But basically, they rebuilt a lot of the like early game zones, and I only remember really what they looked like before that. Like I played a lot in particular in Wrath of the Lich King, which was the expansion before Cataclysm, as well as in the end of the Burning Crusade. So like I played in the old school days. I mean, I don't even think I remember those giraffes. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen those. But this is so cool. Like it's so nice to see these. Like, you know, technically they're not new zones, but they kind of are, at the very least, as far as my game knowledge goes, you know. We may very well be able to complete these quests here at some later time. If I ever want to go for the Lore Master achievement, which is going to take a very long time, we definitely are going to have to do those. And apparently, are those... Those are dead Quillboar, dude. Mancrick. Oh, Mancrick! Mancrick! Dude, okay, no, don't get distracted, Lowko. Do not get distracted. Okay, so apparently we have to go through here in order to head towards 1,000 Needles. Now, as you can see, the zone that we're slowly but surely arriving in is going to be a very different one than one that we just came from. 1,000 Needles is basically this area, as far as I remember, right? 1,000 Needles is basically an area where it's all like a whole lot deeper, if that makes any sense. Like you have to take an elevator down there, and it looks like, yeah, exactly, that is still what is going to be the case here. And it's apparently covered in water. I don't remember it being covered in water, though. What? This probably has been for a very long time. We have to go towards Feralas, and we can see the outline of the trees over there. Now, swimming is definitely not the fastest way of travel if you aren't a druid or you don't have your underwater mount. So now, if this isn't considered to be dedication to be leveling up in one given zone just because of good memories that I have in Feralas, I don't know what is. I remember leveling my very first Night Elf Hunter on there, which also turned out to be my main eventually, my main character that I ever played. And Feralas is basically, considering it's relatively close to the Barrens, right, and close to this apparently water-filled area right now, but Feralas is basically this luscious green foresty type area, where apparently in the earlier days, the Night Elf had a much better share of the land, but nowadays it is going to be contested by the Horde as well, which, to be fair, I mean, look at that place, right? There has to be resources that need to be gathered over there, but we may very well find some young, aspiring Night Elves leveling up. Now, keep in mind, we normally are supposed to be leveling here, right? Here, this area right here, and this is our starting city, right? So I didn't need to go this far. I am literally on the other side of the world, but I really wanted to go ahead and be here. We're nearly there, though. This is actually how I remember this area being. Wow! Right now there's apparently turtles and other kinds of things over here, but this is actually how I remember 1,000 Needles. Like, it was a very dead and barren zone, and apparently right now it's filled with water, but you can still see the paths right there at the bottom of the world. It's so cool. Ooh, what's this? What are you, Mr. Tornado Thing? How are you doing? Well then, I'll just let you be. I'll just let you be. Now, if you look at the minimap, apparently there is going to be a flight point, at the very least close by, but I highly doubt it's going to be underwater. I think it is going to be that little shed right up there on top of the mountains. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and head over there. Or at the very least, it must be here somewhere. What are these guys doing? Why are you guys fighting each other? You're all brothers. You're all Tauren. Well, I'll just let you guys be. I just mean to mount up and quickly sneak past you guys. None of you have probably ever seen a blood elf before, so it's probably safer for me to just bypass all of you. Oh man, they just get stomped to the ground, but they're all busy fighting each other, so I'll just let them do whatever they please. Maybe I could have actually traveled here without swimming. Maybe I could have actually just walked. And, like, you know, walked over these bridges and whatnot. Because apparently this is going to be connecting the zone. But we are facing Feralas right now. At last. At last. So, apparently the flight point is right up here. There we go. Everyone's fighting over here as well. Except for the War Ride Master. So that's good. And we finally did obtain ourselves a flight path towards 1,000 needles too. But now it is time for us to make the jump once again. And head into the zone that we set out to go to in real time, but 40 minutes ago. And it looks like we have successfully washed ashore. Well, at the very least, very, very nearly washed ashore. And we've finally arrived in Feralas. Great, great, great. So we're currently in a little bit right here in the bottom right corner, known as the Lower Wilds. Obviously, we're not going to be staying here for very long because the quest that I have is actually going to be leading me all the way towards the top left. Now, we will stay on the path here. As you can see, these guys are quite a little bit higher than I am right now. They're all level 39 and whatnot. We got Camp Mojachi, apparently, right over here, which I can definitely use for the flight point at the very least, but potentially we can pick up some quests over there as well. But look at this zone, though, seriously. Right? I always talk about how all zones are unique and different and whatnot in World of Warcraft, but seriously, this zone compared to what we were previously at, I mean, obviously Stranglethorn Vale was very not much so alive as well, but this zone compared to, you know, the Undercity and all the other areas that we have been to thus far, this zone is definitely a completely different aesthetic. It's basically green with some little hints of like, you know, a like magenta type pink and purple. And yeah, all in all, this is looking great. Now look at this area. What is going on over here? These are refugees. I really don't follow what the storyline in this zone is whatsoever now, do I? But there is indeed a quest over in the top left, so we'll be headed over there as well. But first and foremost, we will discover the flight path, and with that, I'm also going to be setting my Hearthstone right over here in the store. What's going on, Innkeeper Gru? As the winds on the plain, you are always welcome here.
May the eternal sun shine on thee.
So we've set our Hearthstone over here. I actually need to go ahead and clean up some of my bag. There we go. Much better. Much better. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and see what the quest giver has to offer. Now, as you can see, there are actually a couple of quests over here with like a gray or like a black and white exclamation points above their heads. And that basically is an indication that they are, you know, giving quests, but I'm not quite a high enough level here yet. And there's actually a level 45 orc here that is apparently accepting this quest. But we do have one over here from Sage Pillrunner. I've been bested by visions, mage. Visions of an icon of great power falling into sinister hands. I see an amulet held by the ancient elves, sitting forgotten while its surroundings turn to ruin, until it is captured by demons through treachery and malice. Every night, these sights flow through my dreams. The spirits are warning us. I am too old and the camp's braves too occupied with guarding us. I must beseech you to follow my visions to the south, to the dark mist ruins, and seek the amulet.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Well then, I can definitely go ahead and do so, but I'm kinda tempted to let this quest be just a little bit longer and head towards the north instead, just because I think if I could combine the quests together and do several at once, it will speed up the process significantly. This right here in front of us is actually the entrance to Dire Maul. Now this is going to be a dungeon that we can definitely run at some point. It's very, very cool. We'll have to see if we can run that at some point. I don't really want to get too distracted for the moment though. But it's basically this ruined city that we can go ahead and discover as well. If I'm not mistaken, that right there is going to be an alliance encampment, I think. Yeah, it's definitely something we shouldn't be visiting because I'll probably get shot at by a bunch of night elf. But we'll be traveling here onwards towards the Stone Mall Hold, which apparently is going to be off in this corner here of the world. Excuse me, coming through. Don't mind me. Now, I'm not actually going to be accepting any more quests. I just simply want to get the flight point and head towards the actual quest that we set out to do quite a little while ago. I gotta say though, the music in this area is superb. Like, just it goes very, very well with the aesthetic, you know. You'd expect a much more cheery tune where everything is gonna be happy and great and whatnot, but since there's like conflict in this zone as well, as is in most zones in World of Warcraft, to be completely frank with you. Obviously it's nice to see that, you know, there's like a sad undertone to this area as well. I quite like those kind of things. It's subtle, but if you pay attention to it, like right now, for example, when I'm traveling about, right, and all I can really do is just steer my character along the path. There's quite a nice serenity to it, I guess. Like there's quite a nice serenity to the combination of the music and then the colors in the zone, as well as like the forest and the waterfalls and everything, right? Maybe I'm talking gibberish here, but I'm sure some of you will get what I'm talking about. And I think we have finally found what we were looking for. I think we have finally found the area that we wanted to discover earlier, because this is where we want to be questing next. This right here is where we will be able to turn in the quest that we managed to get at the Thunder Bluff and start our journey. And actually, I'll move my innkeeper over right from the get-go. As the wind's on the plains, you are always welcome here, she says. I'm gonna go ahead and set up my home right over here, grab the Wind Rider Master, and I could be turning in the quest, but I think we're gonna start the questing off in the next episode. So here's what we are currently at, okay? We traveled all the way from the Eastern Kingdoms towards Kalimdor. I'm sure I did not take the most efficient route, but eventually we managed to get here either way. Now, here's the plan, okay? I want to be leveling in Feralas from level 35 to 40. Then we're going to be leveling in 1,000 needles from 40 to 45. I think that's possible. Considering the entire zone is underwater though, we may have to see if we can find a different option for that. After that, I can go towards Tanaris, which I actually haven't really been in a very, very long time. The Angara crater and whatnot, and like dinosaurs and whatnot over here. And then we also, actually, wait, I don't know actually if Tanaris was that or the Angara crater. Either way, we're gonna be going to both of those, and eventually we'll be able to pick up towards Silithus as well, which is going to be off in the corner right there. So for the moment, and I think for the foreseeable couple of episodes, we're gonna be hanging around in this corner of the world, leveling up until we can go at level 60 all the way towards the Outlands. But before we head over there, I want to thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. There's a little bit of a different episode, right? But a little bit more serenity, I guess. I hope you enjoyed the traveling that we did in this episode. And other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!